Alright, hello everybody. This is a Minecraft City Tour live stream, February 2026. Figure I might do one of these maybe once or twice a year. Why not? Mostly for playback, not necessarily to see live. This is probably going to be an hour or two, I want to guess. There is a lot in this city for the most part, and I like to go through every detail. So we're going to go ahead and get started right away with the first building, a McDonald's. This is the whole thing that started it off. There's all this junk all the way back there, and it started as a cartoon build world. And when I built the McDonald's, I decided to start a city, and that was probably 7 or 8 years ago. I don't know. And that kind of kicked it all off. This McDonald's here, it's pretty big. A lot of the builds start off very huge. A lot of these come from TSMC Minecraft. So if I say it's a YouTube build, 90% chance that it came from him. There are very few that didn't, but have. And if they didn't, I'd probably know who it was. But I think most of the interiors I made, I can't remember for sure because the videos are so old. But, there's a lot. There's all kinds of stuff. You could tell these are old, and a lot of new things have been added since, so it makes building a lot better. But yeah, this McDonald's was the first building in the world. We got Peppa Pig's house. I still don't really know why I built it. It was another YouTube video, TSMC Minecraft, that I built a long time ago. I think that's probably, yeah, that's when Concrete came out, yeah. But yeah, then this little shack here, I can't remember if he's the one that built it and I copied it. I don't know. This is a YouTube build for sure. I don't know when. This Domino's, this is a YouTube build. There's nothing much to it. It's just the Domino's with the drive-through. We got a camper with a truck. You could tell I was like 10 when I built it. The vehicles are not made out of wool, and they're not that big, and they're not that ugly. Camper ain't terrible though. This little RV, this one's actually not bad. It's actually not bad, but this is a permanent site. So then there's this tiny little guy, which actually I did build this off YouTube. I do remember. I just don't remember who built it. Here's another one. I don't think this is anywhere. This is not part of the city, but it is part of the world that I built. So, pretty nice. We have this restaurant. I used to do a competition. His building's over there. This is a 5-star restaurant. That's the name of it, 5-star. Don't you dare rate anything below that. Got a buffet right here. We got a pretty nice sized dining room. I don't know why I couldn't put a table here, but hey. Your self-serve machine. There's a water drink. There is obviously your menu. The restrooms, I don't need to go in there. Pretty nice kitchen here. There's lots of stove tops, lots of toasters, ice cream machine, soda machine for the drive-through, a map of the world at the time. When I remembered how to combine maps. The drive-through area with a little break room and, shut up, cow. Soft drink machine. Then the menu for outside. Kind of looks like an airport guy holding the sticks out. Okay, I know what that is. We don't need to go to that. We got restrooms for the school that are outside. We'll get there. We got the Steves and Alexes. This is a YouTube build along with the entire school. I'm pretty sure the school buses I built, though. I could be wrong. That might have been a YouTube build from TSMC Minecraft. We'll get there in a minute, because this house here, I built this. It's got a tractor for sale. It's got a weight for the tractor in here. Come inside. There's a tiny kitchen, no refrigerator. We go upstairs. You got like a nice couch, a little bed, a grandfather clock, which I have yet to copy to anything else in the new part of the city. Then a big bedroom. So, it's before I was like really good at interiors. At least I think I am. Well, I am now. You'll see later. We got a backyard, garden, swings, lots of trees, you know, a cat house and a dog. We got a gas station with a working vending machine. That's right, this thing works. It actually only has 4 drinks left. Whoever owns it needs to restock it. Got a pharmacy here. This is a Minecraft, this YouTube build. Just remember, if I say YouTube build, TSMC Minecraft, most likely. This is a Minecraft build. We got another Dodge. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's a printer. Yes, there's a printer. An ATM, I think. The cash register. Where's our printer? I guess this is the printer. I don't know why there's a printer. Things to hook your horses up to, because that's how we got around back in the day, if you know, you know. Big old gas sign with no prices. We got a bank here, the police bike. You know, your ATMs, your teller machines, your drive-through, which I think this is a Minecraft build, but the drive-through I built myself. I added the drive-through in. And of course, the vault. I think there actually is something in the rear chest, but I'm not going to find out. Yeah, so that's the bank. That is a Minecraft build. I added these. I added a lot of this when I figured that out. Then the drive-through, it is also a, that was added. This little house here, it's kind of mid. The guest bedroom's up here on the upstairs of the garage. You walk into the house, there's a nice TV and a nice couch and chair. You got a very basic kitchen. You go upstairs, you got a bedroom and a bathroom, and then the attic, which there is nothing up here. So yeah, just a window, that's it. Also the furnaces show. I made the furnaces show. I didn't cover those up. Of course, now we have the shelves, so I actually could cover it up. This is the competitor restaurant, Papa Joe's restaurant. That was his name, Joey. He's got his buffet here and all that, and counter, kitchen, and I think there was a drive-through, which he put it in a very weird and, in my opinion, not great spot. Put it right there at the school. Hey, you walk in, you got lockers. This is a YouTube build, TSMC. Cafeteria. I think those are sinks, yeah. Classroom 105. Just a basic classroom. We got the science lab. You know, you do your science experiments, whatnot. You have the assembly room where we gather for big things. We have the nurse's office. I'm pretty sure the interiors I've made on this, but there's a playground up back. We'll get there in a minute. The interior I'm pretty sure I made, because I don't think I did that. There's a music room. It's supposed to be like a keyboard piano. You got the art room. You know, you could tell these are made by like a 10 to 12-year-old me. You got the principal's office right here. He's got the big fancy chair, the window clock. You know, it's a great spot. Up here is the teachers only room where they have the meetings. So very interesting. We got a teacher lounge, got soda machines. We have a dance room. I didn't know what to put in there, I guess. Speech room. Do you have speeches? I don't know. Then the storage room. I think there's another storage room, because right here's the library. Lots of books, as you can see. Classroom 435, just another basic classroom. Got another classroom, like I said, another basic classroom. We got another storage room. That's the school. Not very big. There's another school that I made. It's actually a replica of the one I went to. I thought I did pretty good on it. You know, I thought it was neat. You got a basketball court. You got the playground here. You got a gym. Really ain't much to it. I think it's funny because I think this is just a box room, storage room. Lots of sea lanterns. You come up here and you got all the basketballs. The doors to the roof. You got all the basketballs up here. You got to climb down the ladder with said basketballs, just for there not to be a basketball hoop in there. Guess you got to go outside. And you got the bathroom. a single stall bathroom, and then the sinks are out here. So that is the gym. Very awful. I built that myself. Tried to resemble the building here, but it was, yeah, it was pretty bad. Um, it was awful. Next, we kind of got a lot of this area covered fairly quick. Um, right here we have a candy store. Pretty bare bones. This was a YouTube video, TSMC. We're gonna ignore that. I can't believe I made that shape and didn't even realize it. Candy shop, lots of colors. That's all it is. It's a colorful store. That's supposed to be a stop sign. Right here is Chair Fest. Ender Dragon chair, campfire chair. Part of this one burnt down, so I had to rebuild it myself. I got these off YouTube. I don't know if TSMC uploaded this or if someone else did, but this is a YouTube thing. Just a lot of... Couldn't put the banners on the stairs, so they're just sticking out. The fish tank couch. This cool thing, that cool thing. This couch, which I use a lot. I use this design particularly a lot. I use this design with the buttons a lot, with the flower pot. Let's say a throne, that. This one here I should use more because it is actually kind of nice. These are like barber stools. This is just an old-fashioned chair. This is like a wheelchair now kind of thing. I use this one a lot. This one with the stairs up here like this kind of look better. But not in this design. And then I'll view, of course, these two. The water on the... This is the PS4 version of the game, but I'm on PS5 streaming. The water looks great right here, by the way. Yeah, I used to fish these creeks. I don't know why. It's just a creek. It runs all the way out here and then over here. And I don't know why I did that. I like it, though. It really gives it a really nice aesthetic. So, then here's a cabin. This was a horse stable thing, made it easy to get in and out. Just a little outdoor area. Front porch, plenty of seating. You come in, you got a nice open living room, non-tinted glass. You got a bedroom here, the dog bed right there. Now I think over here's the bathroom. Yep, over here's the bathroom. Everyone can see you. So that's cool. Yeah, right across the street's another house. Got a garage. I'm not going to go in there. There's nothing in there. Whatever this is. The TV. A very large table. Lots of seating. A nice dining room. Our dog Alfred with a green collar. I forgot you could change the dog's collar color. Very different style dining room. And then a nice little kitchen. Upstairs. Up the stairs. Over here, I think this is a bathroom. Yes, this here is a bathroom. It's very cramped up here because of the sea lanterns. So, then the 3-person bedroom for the kids, I guess. The master bedroom, this thing is large. It goes all the way out to that wall. It also has a very beautiful front porch. Then I believe this is a guest bed. Yep. Like the other house, I believe it has a nice backyard. This is supposed to be a slide. We got a swing set. We got trees in a garden. Not a random village. I haven't actually seen a lot of villages lately popping up in the new area of the world, so I feel like there's just none. We're actually going to circle back towards the McDonald's because right over here we have an ice cream shop with a missing polished andesite. Yeah, nice little ice cream shop, very cool. We have a very large Burger King, much like the McDonald's, very different interior. This is the only Burger King. It's actually a hollow roof. Holy crap. Yeah, you could tell I did not put a lot of effort into this. And the Burger King that I want to build now is probably 3 times the size less. So, yeah. Very large. And yeah. Here's a nice little house, nice little horse stable. There's an ice cream truck, too. This has a lot of detail to it. Um, yeah, nice little horse stable right there. Come in here, you got a mushroom cow. This is I guess I will say, YouTube video, YouTube video, YouTube video. These are all TSMC. Like I said, over 90% of the city, if it's off YouTube, was built by him. There's beds in the attic and a giant TV. This is a house. It's very awful. It's a replica of mine from like 10 years ago. Living room, dining room, bedroom, closet, bedroom. It's even missing the bathroom. There's supposed to be a bathroom, but there's not. There's actually villagers in my house, so it's not my house. Back deck. Yeah, this one's pretty awful. Bedroom. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We're just gonna leave. Yeah, you could tell I built this like a lot of years ago because it's a flat roof. It's not really that good. It's in fact actually awful. Dude, they're actually using the sink. What the heck? I've never seen that. I'm seeing too much. This here is a YouTube build, but not the outside. So this is the living room company, design company. You have like a shelf, a nice little carpeted, nice little area. You got the grandfather clock updated. Got a fireplace that I do use, a piano, which I think I actually use in a few builds. A pretty neat shelf. Got a fish tank with the fish's tail going 90 mile per hour. I think this is a couch. I didn't know the Enderman or the Ender Dragon shell egg changed. An old school TV, a little library, and then this like a boss's office. And then just some main desks. It's just a small little thing. I built the building myself, but all the designs are his. We got a pond right here. We got a tiny little YouTube house. Absolutely nothing inside of it. This is a sea container. Probably has nothing in it except that block. This is the baseball field that I grew up on, where I played baseball. As you can tell, it's very uneven. Very uneven. This right field's very short. Then you go out to the left field and it's like extra long. And then there's sea lanterns everywhere. Okay, we can go over this later because this here actually is kind of funny. Yeah, we'll go over that later. But this is the baseball field I grew up on. You got your bleachers. You know, you got your dugout with the closet in it. Which there's a bow in here for some reason. I actually don't know what this is. I have zero clue what that is. You got the guest dugout. More bleachers. You got the batting cage over here. And then right here we got the concession stand that has absolutely nothing in it. This is supposed to be a motorcycle with saddlebags. This is a YouTube house that I built for fun, and it's infested with tropical fish. I don't know where all those came from. But it has a water slide. It's pretty cool. It also has like a little upstairs bed that I thought was pretty neat. Yes, that's just a fun house. This is another one of Joe's builds. So I don't know if it's really in here. 2 cars, I think. The bathroom with a hole in the wall. Bedroom. I think an upstairs that doesn't have stairs that takes you to the roof. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the dining room, and then this is probably the kitchen. Yep. And villagers have taken over this house. What's this? What's this sign say? Donkey lost. Nice. And then this is the woods. I got tree stands all over it. I used to, before like all this was here, I'd like shoot sheep like that all the way out there, cows, and pretend I'm going hunting and all that stuff. You know, just doing what 10-year-olds do. There's actually a wandering traveler down here. I actually have a blind too right here. yeah, so I'd like sit down here and pretend I'm hunting, just doing kid stuff. Um, Even though everything's in creative mode, I still did it, and yeah. This is a lemonade stand. We got a little purple car. It's ugly. We got this house here, which was okay at the time. Got a bedroom, a very big bathroom. I like the shape of the house. I didn't like how I set it up, though. You got a nice living room. You go upstairs. Let's see, we go upstairs here. You got the bedroom. I think there's a dog in here somewhere. Should be, I thought. Maybe not. Very big closet. Get out of here. See, sea lanterns were the big issue back in the day. Another bedroom. And an empty bedroom. And a very big hallway. If you think something's missing, it's because it is. This was the start of a kitchen that never got finished. And you have to climb a ladder to get into it. Yeah. Screw that. Right here we got Scooby-Doo's van. There is an interior, but I don't feel like going in there. That's a YouTube build. That is my build. I don't know if this was a YouTube build or if I built this. Mini basketball court. Right here we got a shed with a tractor. Right next to the old creek. Oh, there's a pig with a saddle on it. Got a tractor with a giant hay bale on it. There was a lot of horses and cows in here at one point. Obviously not anymore. Got a field in here for some reason. We got a bunch of weights, and I think up here is a little bit of hay, not a lot of. So, actually, we can just go out of here because our barn has a hole in it, and it's very off center. We already seen Burger King. Now that we're coming back around to this road here, we're actually going to keep following it this way to the bowling alley. This is a TSMC. Actually, this is one of the horses right here. I think they stick around. It's okay. This is a bowling alley. You got your bowling balls, your check-in with the shoes. You got a little kitchen bar area. And the rest is history. You got a nice little bowling alley. Very fun. There's another bowling alley I built all by myself. So, that's pretty cool. And then we got some fire trucks. This is another TSMC build. This guy is goated. He still is. Still build his stuff to this day. I did way back then. I still do to this day. So he's one of the best Minecraft builders in existence. So shout out to him. This is fire hall. Fire truck, ambulance, little off-road fire truck. Come in here. It's like a little lobby receptionist area. You go upstairs, it's like a little break room TV for the firefighters, and you got a locker room to get into action, then your pole to climb down into the area, or outside to the helipad where there's a helicopter taking off. So, pretty cool build. And then there's like I think I built this as an add-on. All fire departments have the siren. This is the siren. I think that's a jukebox, yeah. And this is a restaurant I made called Lollytop. Don't ask where the name come from. It's just kind of there. You got a break room. You got the boss's office. This is back when I used armor stands inside of it and put the chain armor on it to make like a keyboard or a checkerboard thing. So that's very old. We got like a little kitchen back here, and I think it's just a back door. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know if there's a drive-through or not. I didn't think there was at the sit-down restaurant, so. But yeah, that's that restaurant, different billboard for it, I guess. A trapped villager. Very great, thing. I got 3 lakes. There's a villager and a boat fishing. 3 ponds, I mean. And then, yeah, the village I kind of built right around it, you could tell. My nephew built this one. This one is called Fast Food is Good. There's a kitchen that has seating. There's a drinking room. I guess that's where you get your sodas. And a dining room. There is a stink bug flying in my room. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, not the greatest restaurant I've ever seen, but we were like 8. He was anyway. But we will come back to this area later. So this is a representation of my town. There's a Dollar General and then a Save-A-Lot right next to each other. Oh, and this here's a dumpster, by the way. This was a Dollar General. For some reason, I tore the roof off and named it Peters. Oh, this is when scaffolding come out. Wow, that's I didn't think scaffolding was out that long. Yeah, there's the restaurant. Like the whole inside was tore down and turned into a restaurant for some reason. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, and then right next to it's the Save-A-Lot. You know, you come into this door right here. There's like a nice break room. You got a nice little hallway. An even longer hallway. You know, you got your entrance. This is where they bagged the groceries way back in the day. I remember that, and then they changed it up. But here's all the checkout lanes. You know, you got your shelving, your vegetables and fruit, some small freezer section. I think this is where most of the fruit and all that was. You got more shelving. This is where the milk and all that was. Yeah, milk. This is like where the meats and other cheeses and all that stuff. Yeah, I think the meats were over here. Yeah, the meats. Then like the butcher. This was the butcher. He even got fresh cows. And then a butchering table. Actually, to add to this right now, I'm actually just going to go ahead and throw an axe in here. I'm actually just going to make that go up straight. There we go. I would do a sword, but an axe feels more appropriate. Yeah, and then just another ice. This giant ice machine. So yeah, that's the Save-A-Lot. Different. It's different. Right here is the liquor store. Where the villagers come and they buy liquor. No, it's a drink store. It's potions. It sells potions. Got a balloon stand. We got the theater. This is a Minecraft build. A vending machine that I think works, where you buy your tickets, and then over here you buy your popcorn, your candies, your drinks. And then you got the movie, like some of the movies that are premiering soon, now, then the one giant room theater, and then the big projector. So, yeah, it's pretty old and pretty cool. Actually, I'm thinking about building a theater in the newest section of the world that you guys are going to see. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the city. Right here we got like a fun house, and another fun house with a water slide and hidden room. This is the road back to the ballpark too, by the way. This is a little fuel station for the runway. Yeah, there's like some movie premierings right there. Fence post is the fence the horses up. From this point forward, I'm actually not going to go this way. We're actually going to backtrack some. I'm not going to go in these two houses. There's really not much in them. Same with this house. There's not much going on in it. It's just a nice little wooden house. This is the old schoolhouse, single room schoolhouse. Just like an old time thing. We got this house here, which I don't even know if it's completed. Probably is. It's got a weird kitchen, nice little sink, a chair with a very small TV, a nice little eating area. Actually, I've not been in this house in forever. Yeah, I think this came out when concrete came out. I'm pretty sure that, well, this was a Minecraft build. I don't know who built it. The garage isn't, but the house is. We go back here. This is like a housing area, which there was supposed to be more houses back here, but that never happened. But this was the first house in it. This is a Minecraft build, TSMC. You know, you come inside, you go to the left, we got a living room and a dining room, both connected. You come over here, we got the kitchen. That gives you garage access, which most of the garage is lights. It's kind of how it works around here back then. We got a bathroom that is connected to a bedroom. Then over here is the master bedroom that comes down and like that and comes out into like a nice little front porch. And then there is an attic that I don't think I have access. There is an access point. Where's that at? Where is the access point? Is that out here? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's this house. I actually really liked this house, but if I could redesign the interior, I totally would. Um, and as you guys could see, there was a pool with a diving board. Then there was this little house. Um, there's this like mansion house. There's a nice little kitchen down here. This is the Minecraft build, so is that one, TSMC. Has a nice, very nice living room and kitchen type thing, but then you got to go outside to get to your little patio. You got a nice pool, but you got to go outside to go upstairs to the actual living area. There's like another living room with fish tank, and then a bathroom, and I believe there should be a bedroom right here. Yep, bedroom right there. So yeah, very, very interesting layout, but very cool house at the same time. I liked it, so I thought it was cool. Then there's this house here, which I also really like. Another TSMC build. There is a bed. This is like, I think these are like survival build houses. So, yeah, then there's this tiny, tiny house. There's this one here, which most of these are, if not all of them, are Minecraft build houses. Some of them I might have dug some inspiration on my own. I'm not going to go in every single one. There's like a movie theater in this one. Upstairs seating with a giant TV up top. This one here. And then this guy here, which has a fire. And then this thing. So yeah, I'm not going to go in all of them. I'm going to go in this house. This is the Minecraft build house. Come inside, you get the giant TV, nice kitchen. This one actually has a basement that takes you to the garage. And then, yeah, it's just supports, there's boats, there's just a bunch of random junk, really. Just kind of what you expect for a basement. I think upstairs there's the bathroom, which I believe does connect to the main bedroom. I'm just going to leave the doors open because I will never be back. And then nothing in the attic. Usually nothing in the attics, typically. Not all the time. Sometimes there are, sometimes there is. It just kind of depends. Kind of got a furnace thing here, or like an outdoor grill, and over here, this is my house. I built it. It's got a dog. Garage, nothing in it. You come inside. There's your living room, your dining room, and your kitchen. Go upstairs. Got a bed. Another bedroom and bathroom, and I don't think there's anything up here. No. I think this one was not a Minecraft build or a YouTube video. This one here, this one is, but the interior is mine. So there's a dinner bell outside the door here. Yeah, there's the living room, bedroom, bedroom, and I think there's an attic. Yeah, this house doesn't have a kitchen or nothing. This house is quite frankly boring. Got a campfire and a tent though, so that's kind of neat, I guess. And a little pool. Yeah, I wouldn't live in that house. Then there's the cave house. The house that I always built in caves. And oh, in the regular worlds, I'd dig into a mountain and this would be the house. It'd be like the layout. Wouldn't look like this, but yeah, dark oak with blue windows. And there'd be like a main room here. There'd be like a little living room right here. For some reason, there's American flags everywhere, so they're very patriotic. You got the main bedroom right here, no doors or nothing. Giant window to peek in, and a very, very spacious bathroom. With an American flag. Back here is like the art gallery, into a little hallway, into the library. So, that is that. There is, what goes back here? Oh, guest bedroom. That's a guest bedroom. Right here is the kitchen. dining room, and it's like a washroom, and yeah, whatever that is. And then like a lumber yard thing upstairs. Yeah. So that's that house. I believe that's going to be it for like the old original part of the city. There is a lake here. There is this here too. This is for the development, Redwood Homes office. That's what these are called. There's just a bunch of offices. I really don't know what's in them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. um, yeah, they're like rental homes. Um, there's like a lake here. So that's what's under this, because I feel like there is. Yeah, that's the old Dollar General, because it was yellow. All right, so now I'm pretty sure we've gone over just about everything over this way. So now we can go this way into the newer part of the city. This is where stuff, in my opinion, gets good. This is a YouTube build. You got the police car, police bike, and the squad van, like the SWAT van. There is a pig in there. What? There's a pig in the wall. All right, yeah, this is the police station. I wonder if that's how he's down there. Oh my gosh, there's more animals down here. All right, someone put those there because I didn't. But yeah, this is the police station. You got like a lobby area. This is the prison itself. You got all the jail cells here. I think I actually need an updated police station because I don't have. This is the only one on the map. So, but yeah. Then come up. We're not going to worry about that. Somehow that's just hidden in plain sight. But yeah, we got like the police desks and all that. You got like a meeting room and another kind of meeting room like thing, and this is like the watch room in the actual interrogation room. And then just police desks. Up here is the helipad for the helicopter. Then of course, it says police right there. So now we're gonna go to this hole in the bottom because this is gonna make a lot more sense to everybody. Somehow this is hidden. I don't know how, but there's actually tunnels underneath the police station, and some come right up to here, and I think the other one they come down here. Yeah, you come down this way, and I think you can go this way, and it takes you out right here and all this, and you can escape right beside it, which would be stupid. You can come in here and hide in the underwater house until you can get bailed out or something. I don't know. This was the imagination of like a 12-year-old like 10 years ago. Or like 8 years ago, something like that. I don't know. Then this was the other one coming out right behind it. I don't know where you're going to go, in the trees, I guess. That, or you can go. It's like a maze down here because you don't know where anything's going to come out yet. You might want to come out up here or something like that, or this one over here. Actually, this one's new to me. Someone was down here building because I actually don't remember this. Oh, it goes nowhere. This is an actual maze. I'm digging myself into a rabbit hole, guys. Yep. Someone's been down here. I actually don't know who. Yeah, that's... Unless this is just stuff I don't remember. I know I was part of one of the people that digged the tunnels. They're actually lost now. That should be almost... Yeah, right here. Yeah, we'll just come out there. I actually didn't know there was that big of a network of tunnels down there. Yeah, it's kind of wild to me. I didn't know about all that whole network. Yeah, this hole down here that you just come right here. Boom, you're free. Run. Yeah, there's a lot of networks down there. I don't know where the half of them come from, but they're there. Right here's a food line. I actually just built a better food line today. You guys are going to see it. Yeah, it's not good at all. As you can tell, it's actually awful. So I'm not I'm not gonna even spend a lot of time in there. Over here we got a fireworks store. So you come in here, you got all kinds of fireworks. And then at the beginning of every day, this whole thing is set to go off at the beginning of every day. If I could actually change the time, I would. But I have it set to always day. But each morning, the fireworks go off. And this back here is just like a fireworks show thing. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Then I got a Fox's Pizza, best pizza place. This little fireworks store is a YouTube build, TSMC. This here's a Fox's Pizza Den, like my favorite pizza place. You got your order, your tickets, your condiments, your ovens and all that. I was pretty proud of this build when I first made it. Still am, actually. If the logo wasn't so huge, but it's pretty cool. So, right here's a parkour park. It actually has a welcome to this park. Death happened, age 15 and up. Caution deaths. You gotta be 15 or older to risk your life on this parkour course. It is public, too. And if you catch on fire, you got a dipping pool. But basically, you jump through the trapdoors, you come up top, you got to bounce across the end rods above lava, climb a little more, and then you actually have to go down the ladder and catch yourself on these trapdoors, and then you have to go back up more. I don't know why there's a row here. And then you got to basically just do the same thing again, and then climb down. This is one of those challenge things, and I believe the other one got destroyed. I don't know where it is, but I know it got destroyed. But yeah, mine's still here. Right here we got a pool. You come in, you pay, and then you get your lifeguard benches here. You got all kinds of pools. You got a slide, the big giant pool right here. Tables, bathrooms. You got the kiddie pool. There's actually 2 big pools. This one has a diving board. Yep. So that one's pretty cool. There was actually a rival pool, and that rival pool was either right here where this parking lot is, or where this construction site is. Pretty sure it was where the construction site is. Then there was a roller coaster at a pool. And then, yeah, so we're going to go over here. We have a barber shop right here, an old TSMC build. The Apple Store, a lot of these in here are Minecraft or YouTube builds. This Apple Store is one. Not going to go in. You can see inside there. There's a Tesco back here. This is a UK store. I'm from America. So, I don't know why I built this besides the fact it was a grocery store and I needed a better one. So, it's kind of cool. You got your clothes, freezer sections, all that stuff. Checkout, and your shopping carts. And then here's the biggest GameStop in the world. This thing is super massive. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. For a city like this is pretty big. We are going to backtrack just a hair. We got our car wash. We have a bakery right here. Both YouTube builds we got, and we'll get to that actually in a minute. We have a radio station right here. So you got like your on-air sign, your editing room. Close the door. Thank you. There we go. I believe this is a post office. Yeah. So this is a mail station. Your post office, send your mail. We actually have an arcade. I actually really like this arcade. It's got a really cool outward design. It's actually really unique in my opinion. I really like it. So yeah, it's got a really cool interior. You got one of those shooting games. You got a motorcycle game right here. You one of those like arcade games that I made up. What Way, Grow It, Egg Hunt. Oh, I forgot they changed the eggs. I think this one's called Digging Steve Zombies. You gotta fight zombies. You gotta dig a lot of blocks. You got Rabbit Hunt. You got a claw machine. You got the basketball hoop one. Then you got all your prizes things. I think that's supposed to be like a diamond. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a really cool interior. One of my favorite builds, YouTube build. This is, I believe, a fish shop, like a fish and chips. Another one of those Minecraft builds. Right here we got a Starbucks. Minecraft build. This thing is absolutely huge. The only Starbucks on the map. I do plan to build another one that's, like I said, 3 times less than the size, and I'm pretty sure these are all just empty rooms, besides the very massive open toilets. Yeah, you don't get doors. No doors for you. I believe this here is actually an actual fish shop. You buy fish tanks, fish. Of course, that time there was no fish. There was no tropical fish, no salmon, no cod. This is a sub shop, actually. I was really proud of this build, too. It's got a sub, a nice steak and cheese. Actually, I'm craving one right now. Funny enough. We have fries. One basket for $4. Man, to have that kind of thing again. Actually, what the heck? How did I get those in there? That's actually cool. Yeah, the cool part about me doing the city tour is the simple fact that I'm revisiting all this stuff that I never revisit, and I'm seeing it again like it's the first time I'm seeing it. We got a pet store over here. This is a YouTube build. Rabbits, ocelots, which are now cats. You got a parrot cage. I don't know what the ice is. I think was supposed to be bats in there. There's the dogs, there's chickens. Yeah, pet store, you know. Right here we got a music store. Pretty cool, I love music. Right here we got a KFC, which, like I said, there's a lot of fast food restaurants I want to rebuild in the new part of the city. 3 times the size less and way better. So yeah. Yeah, this thing is kind of basic. I really don't want to go into detail in these places because they're just odd. I don't know. I don't know the right word. There's a drive-through KFC. We got a 7-Eleven right here. This one's pretty cool. You got I don't know what that is. I actually don't know. You got one of those rides you put a quarter into, you ride. 7-Eleven, you know, convenience store, ATM inside, and we got a butcher to butcher your cows and your animals and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. We actually have a regular McDonald's. This one's a little bit of a newer style. You got your drive-through. You come through and you order. You pick your food up there, and then you pick it up there. Yeah, coming inside, there's like your ketchup, your mustard, your trash can. I hate these random sounds this game puts out. Your tables and all that stuff, and these are like these kiosks. So that's pretty cool. This is like one of the newer ones he's built from like 6 years ago. But yeah, YouTube build, YouTube. Yeah, pretty much all these right here are YouTube. Pizza Hut. I don't know why there's rose bushes everywhere. I think I seen them the last time. I don't know why they're there. I think these are bathrooms. You order over here. It's like a big salad bar over here like they used to have, and eating it. There's a version like this that I'm going to build that's like way less than the size of this one. So, then right here we got a gym. This is another Minecraft build or YouTube build. Like I think it's another vending machine. There's a locker room right here with showers. You got another extension to it. You go upstairs, you got your water tanks, you got your dead weights and running machines, your bikes, your bench presses and punching bags. And I think these are just weight discs. So, yeah. Pretty cool in my opinion. Thing's old. I actually have a newer version in the new part of the city you guys will see. This over here is something unfinished that I need to get working on just to have it done. We're going to get to this in a minute, and that. Actually, we'll get to that a little later. This here is the driveway to it. This is a real place that I modeled after that I'm still working on. I ain't going to disclose the name of it just for my sake. But there's a nice creek that runs through here. It's all forest. This would all be forest in real life. I'm not putting down that many trees. So it's just a road and trees on some sides. In real life, this would be all be forest, like I said. There's like an embankment here, and there's an open spot here to the lake. The lake is actually pretty dead accurate. You got the dam over here. There's like an embankment here. There would be more trees over here. There's this thing that sticks out of the water. I don't remember what they're called. But there's like the embankment and the shape of the lake. The shape of the lake I actually have very accurate. So if I go way up, it kind of goes around like that, and it comes back down, and then it ends at like a little point down here. But it's like a Boy Scout camp. There's a lot of stuff that runs across this lake. I just haven't done it. But there's a dumpster here. There'd be a gravel road that goes back here. There's a small pocket of the lake that's back here. So yeah, there's a good bit to it, and yeah, there's just a lot. But yeah, that's that. It's not finished. It's not even close to being done. I just haven't messed with it. So this is the mall. This one is all me. Whole thing is me. We will get to that eventually. We're not quite there yet. So we're actually going to backtrack way back here, back towards the Apple store, and we're going to go to the church. There's a church and a graveyard. Nice little assembly here. Cross that you can't even see. Your lectern and your other lectern. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool church. I have another one that I built that I really like. We got a bus stop here. We got a Dairy Queen. This is a pretty nice, decently sized Dairy Queen. I don't feel like going in there. There really ain't much to it. It's still on the big side. I'm sure it could be narrowed down a lot. This is like an alleyway road. It's like a back road, kind of. We'll get back there. There's actually a decent amount of stuff back that way. Off this... Yeah, for some reason... I guess no, it doesn't. Never mind. Yeah, and then over here you got this office building. Very boring. I'm not even going to go inside of it. YouTube build, and the church is a YouTube build. Now, we'll go to that one in a minute. This is Car Time Repair. This has a toolbox in here and a truck bed, and a water fountain in that, and then I believe there's a desk. Yep, desk. This is like a car repair shop. That's like a place that works on their own vehicles in their own garage, like a tax write-off thing, I guess. So, I thought it was a cool building, and then I did another. This is our second building that they have the truck itself in. It's like a monster truck, really, with the tiniest tires. But it's got a axle dump exhaust. So, yeah, I built that myself. And then you got the town hall. This is my YouTube build. This here is like where your town hall meetings happen. It's not a courthouse or nothing like that. You got the crap. The receptionist's desk, and then the actual mayor's office back there. So, yeah, it's kind of neat. Right back here. This one's kind of tucked away, so we're actually gonna have to come back out front for that. This is a lamp store. They sell old school lamps. That's all it is. Home-owned business. You know, they got plenty of lamps in the back, and then they live upstairs. And you're going to see a lot of this later on because that's how the town is. Interior with lots of lamps. Kitchen, and I believe this is the bedroom. It's like an older people own it, you know, it's kind of how it is here. But yeah, that's one way in and one way out of their house. But yeah. And there is no attic, it's just a hollow roof. Then we got a bus stop right here. This is a YouTube build. 2 buses. Identical. You walk in. I believe this is a bathroom that's open doors again. Over here it's like I think this is like where you buy your ticket, and then right here is like a little coffee shop. Yeah, we'll take a look at that real quick. Yeah, here's like the coffee shop and all that, and so it's pretty cool. Um, it's got a clock on the front, so you know when you make your thing. You got two parked buses right here. Some parking along the side. Right here is a Pokemon store. At the time I built this, I was pretty largely into that stuff. Not as much anymore. Um, they got lamps. These are some card selections on there. You know, your counters, some more small lamps, and then all your clothing. That was weird like that, right? There's like a storage room right there. But I thought it was cool. I mean, I thought it was a pretty neat build design. I thought it was pretty neat. You know, right here we got Subway. It's a pretty nice size building. It's like a bigger Subway. Plenty of seating, plenty of, you know, this. It's pretty cool. That's a YouTube build. TSMC. Round back, we'll actually come back around here. We got a furniture warehouse. I built this myself. So it's got all kinds of furniture inside, you know, all the different doors, all the different colored beds, all the different colored lamps. No, it's just a giant furniture warehouse. That's all it is. So, and then rounding this corner here is actually a construction site. So they got like the work quarters here. You got the gate. You got a digger. You got a bulldozer. And then the construction site itself, you know, you got your stairways up here. You all the worksman stuff, a fresh pad of concrete. You come up here, another fresh pad, and just a bunch of other stuff, and it's just an unfinished work site that there's a prepping for concrete. You know, it's just an unfinished work site. Something cool to add to the city. You know, you got your steel right here, your rolls of steel. There's like an under basement right here. You got your wood. You got some concrete padding. You got this giant crane. It's pretty cool. You got this steam roller. It's really cool. So then you got an office building, which I only need to go on one floor. If you go on one floor, you've seen them all, so that's how it's going to be. Except for the top floor. Top floor is a coffee shop of the office building. There's elevators here. Of course, they're unfunctional. But you go all the way back down to the bottom. Every floor is identical. You got your elevators. You got, you know, your workstation here, and like I said, there's the main desk. There's a lot of cubicles. There's a big meeting room, and then the manager's office. So, yeah, every floor is the same after that. This thing took a while to build, and it was a pain in the rear. So, yeah, then we got a little Sprint store. When Sprint existed, I built this. So, I feel like I made these up, but I actually don't know. So let's see how old this really is. This is the iPhone 12. So this was about 5 or 6 years ago, when the iPhone 12 was brand new. That gives you an idea on how old that is. This place is called The Ring. It's like a bar restaurant. Yeah, nice little kitchen back here, and it's actually an axe throwing place. You throw axes. Pretty cool. Yeah, you got your axe room. The employees will get that. It's a nice little place. I believe this is when stripped wood just come out, and I decided I wanted to build that. So, and we got a jewelry store. You got all kinds of jewelry. This is a YouTube build right here. Lots of different kinds of jewels and expensive items. You know, it's on a back street. The Ring's on a back street. The Sprint store, this office is on a back street. Right here is the laundromat. You got this is the Minecraft build. You got your dryers and washers and all that, and yeah, it's cool. It's different. It's a laundromat. All right, now, we're gonna go into the mall. Right here, we got a truck rolling coal, and a truck my buddy built, and a car that's all just rolled over, and then a smart car that's getting its coal rolled on. So we're going to go in the mall. We're actually going to go in through the food court, because this is where the mall was started. I started in the food court. This place is huge. I don't think it's not the biggest build on the map. The airport is bigger, but I'm pretty sure it's like definitely in the top three biggest builds on the map. Two sets of automatic doors. You got a Red Lobster in a mall, a Starbucks, a Dunkin' Donuts, a Shake Shack, a Subway, a Stir Fry, a McDonald's, and a Domino's. So yeah. So coming down the first hallway of, I'm not going to go through these because there just isn't anything to really go through in them. You know, it's just a place. We got the Nike store. Nike symbol on the back wall and over here, just clothes and whatnot. I'm pretty sure it's a fitting room. I don't know. Yeah, Nike store, and then across the way is Adidas. It's before I knew how to make a capital D. Like, same thing again, shoes and clothes, and my attempt at the logo. I didn't think it was bad. Of course, it's not a mall without a GameStop. My mall got rid of it, so my mall is now irrelevant. Your games, it's a GameStop, you know, gift cards, all that fun stuff. Got a Foot Locker here. I use these as shoe displays, and then your shelvings of shoes, and yeah, that's like the storage area in the back, and yeah. And then the furniture store inside the mall. So if you plan on buying a couch or something, they'll deliver. So yeah, that's that. Then you got a flag store. You got your military support flags, your American flags, your support all flag, firemen, your police, and your military. You know. Actually, don't. Oh, yeah, you're back to blues, and yeah, I thought they were pretty cool, and I learned how to make that. And then the ceiling's pretty cool. It's an American flag, and then Loom, they'll make custom flags for you. So, I always thought that store was pretty sweet. And then, of course, Pokemon store, same deal as the last one, clothes, lamps, and cards. We've got an AT&T, self-explanatory, not much to it. We got the lamp store. The lamp store's back, and they got some modern lamps this time. Same people own it. Just, they got the mall store and their home store. This here is like another entrance. I call it the dead entrance because there's just nothing back here. Just kind of fills the space. We got a mini arcade that's kind of crappy in my opinion. It's got a small basketball hoop thing. This arcade should have been bigger. It really should have. These are the ticket machines. You got the shooter game, then the claw machine. That's it. Those three games. Then your prize area. You got Old Navy. That's a V. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. You got your changing room and clothes. We got an Apple store in here. You got your laptops, your phones, your media, whatnot, what have you. Right here is Dave's Jewels. Just displays of all kinds of different jewelry. Little back room here. This is the Random Things store. They sell flags. They sell clothes. It's like a Spencer's or what's the other one? Hot Topic. It's just a kind of like a knockoff kind of. It's just Random Things. It's like a thrift store. That's the word. Thrift store. Then you got Cook's Gym with a J. It's just a mini gym. I don't know why you go to a gym in the mall when the real gym's literally over there. But yeah. You got a bed store over here. You got all kinds of different beds and couches and chairs and living room kind of things. We're going to go, because that'll bring us up back there. Yeah, so we're going to go down this hall here. Went through Dave's Jewels, went through Cook's Gyms. This is the mall office. This is where management is, security, and all that different stuff. So yeah, I actually was using a helmet as a mouse instead of a button. I guess because I thought it looked like it. I don't know. I thought it was different. But yeah, there's all kinds of different offices in there. This Lego store is actually a TSMC build. But there is a Lego store in here, all kinds of different Legos. I love Legos. I want to go to an actual one. An actual Lego store. We got custom cars. There's car parts like exhausts, wings, bumpers, and taillights, all kinds of stuff. just the cool stuff. We got a flower shop here with all kinds of different flowers, flower pots. We got an FYE, the junk store, really, anymore. Music, clothes, and posters, and movies, and whatnot, what have you. We got another jewels and crystals store. This one's small crystals, medium crystals, and large crystals. This is one of those stores that was near the end of build, and I was running out of ideas, and yeah, I believe the food court's on the other side here. Yeah, it is. That's why there's nothing here. The food court's over here. Yeah, so this hallway's kind of boring. You got FYE, the car store, and Legos. That's kind of about it. This here will take us back to the other side, and that'll, do that. I really love the roofing ideas that I did here and all that, and it really seemed to work, and I think these are off-center. Yeah, they almost have to be, yeah. But yeah, we got Center Side Hall. There's a bar in here. There's a musician lounge, for bands to play, and just a big crowd area to mosh pit, a giant stage to run around on, microphones, a drum set, and all that stuff. Of course, this is an off-limits area. This is mostly like a giant standing hall for music and drinks. Only open on certain days. This is like the preparation room for the bands. There's an office back here for who runs it and all that. So that's that. And then you got the kitchens. There's kitchen designs here, and it sells all your appliances, toasters, ovens, refrigerators, and just random utensils. Center Side Bowl, which is actually inside here. We'll get there in a minute. This is the custom-made bowling alley that I built. The only YouTube build inside this place is the Lego store. Everything's me, other than that. This is the bath store. There's showers, and that's it. This is the Salvation Army store. This is the Salvation Army store. It's like a thrift store, donations, all that stuff. You can put donations in here, they'll sort them out, go through all that, blah, blah, blah. This is a giant restaurant called Star Cafe. Well, I didn't realize how glossy that is. That's pretty neat. You got your very fancy lighting. This is supposed to be like your high-end restaurant of the place. We are actually missing a restaurant. We'll have to go back to that. They take reservations only. Yeah, they got a kitchen right here. A very large kitchen, too. We actually are going to go back to that. We have the Center Side Bowl, but we need to go back to this hallway here. And go all the way out here, because there's actually a restaurant right here. That's what takes up this space. It's the Oak Cafe. It actually has its own entrance. There is no mall access. It has its own entrance. It's got a bar area. It's got seating. Yeah, it's got a huge kitchen, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, I totally forgot about that. Now we can go in there, because now Center Side Bowl actually takes up the entirety of this entire center area, because it's only a single area. So I made it take up an entire space. But it's got a fountain, and it's got like a little bar area where you get your shoes, and you come in here, you got your custom lanes and all that stuff, your TVs, your little thing there. Only bad part about it is really no seating for it. I just realized that. But it's pretty cool. And then you go up here, you got the league area. These are where your leagues will play. Your local leagues, bowling leagues, will play up top. Regular play is on the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty cool to me. You got a bookstore, like a library. Under Armour. I did my best to make the logo. Another clothes and shoe store. We got a Sprint store. This one actually has a nice little back room here, nothing crazy. Just a little break room. They all like to hang out back there. Hot tubs. It's just hot tubs and Claire's. It's like the only girls store I know. So it's a filler. That's all it is. It's a filler. a lot of these stores are fillers because this place is actually huge. I mean, you think you got 1, 2, 3 hallways, 3.5 hallways, and then the big long one in the back. But yeah, this build was really fun to make. It took a little bit to make, especially the parking lot. Look at this parking lot; it's huge. It's still the biggest parking lot in the entire city, but I'd built the second biggest one today after Food Lion. You guys will see it here actually in a few minutes. Well, probably about 10 minutes actually. Next here we have an old school 50s kind of themed diner. Got some outdoor seating and then a lot of indoor seating. An old jukebox where they make all the food here, a little mini bar, and it's like an old school diner. This is where the popular spot to hang is. Right there. So, then we got like a small little grocery store, an ATM, there's coffee machine, it's just like a little bit of an everything store. This is where the most of the houses are. It's just a long row of townhouses. Only 3 of them have interiors, and I'm not going to go through them. Actually, sorry, 4 of them have interiors, and I'm going through none of them. That's all copy and pasted with the structure block. Without it, this thing would not exist. This is probably one of the most ignored part of the cities, just for the simple fact of that it's boring. Why would... It's a long stretch of townhouses. You really think I'm going to go through and make an interior for each and every single one? I should have. What I should have done was make the interior, then copy and paste it. But, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of townhouses, actually. It's a very long row of them, and it's the most housing in the city. Right here we have a very fancy McDonald's. Has an upstairs eating area. I think this is a bathroom. Yeah, bathroom right there. Yeah, it's just a very fancy McDonald's. Very cool, though. It's got a kitchen. I think I didn't build a drive-thru, but it does have a back door. Like for an employee entrance, I think. I thought it was cool. It is actually pretty cool, I ain't gonna lie. Right here we have a T-Mobile on this side. T-Mobile's on this side. It was actually supposed to be the whole building, but then I put a Goodwill over here. So, another filler. Right here is one of the biggest projects. It came right after the mall. It's probably one of the biggest projects. The whole thing won't even fit in one render distance is how big it is. I've gone over this thing a few times. It's one of my favorite builds in the entire city. Me and my buddy Paxton, aka Mr. Blue Jeans, built it. Both of us together. He hasn't been online in forever because he's working a lot. Then he's still in school. We were both in school when we built it. Didn't have jobs. Well, I did, but I only worked like 2 or 3 days a week. So yeah, we built this airport together. Mostly me, but he did help out a great bit. This is the Huntston Airport. You're probably wondering why there's a statue of a horse. This is just... this is how long ago it was. This was 4 years ago this airport was built. Wow, that's actually mind-blowing to me. 4 years ago we built this. So I'd known him for a year at that point. Massacre of the Horses, I put a horse statue up in memory of the horses because there was a lot of horses that were killed. There was a lot of them spawned like right over here. And I was like, man, I gotta kill all these horses to get them out of the way. This isn't the only massacre in the city to build something either. We're gonna go to the other one that's that way. But I just thought it was funny to put a statue there in memory of the horses. Speaking of which, one lived. So, we're gonna kill it. Alright. Yeah. Another one down. So yeah, this is the first airport parking. You pay right here, you come in. It's like a premium parking. You gotta pay extra to get into this parking. There's an old Ford Bronco right here. I think that's what he built. Paxton built it. Yeah, this thing's right next to the ballpark. Yeah, so there was a pool. I think it was where the construction site was. There was one of those somewhere where this parking lot was. This area here takes up a great deal of space, and it's actually right up on the original part of the city, but it takes up... this is the biggest project in the city, and it took almost a month to build, I think, us too. But it's got a little walkway platform to go over, and you come down, you got this nice archway here, and it's really nice. It's really cool. It's where you drop your people off. Then we'll come back around because the way this place is laid out, the way it's laid out is just perfect. I don't know why, but the way it's laid out is absolutely perfect. It couldn't have gone any better than it did. Some very nice lighting up here held by iron bars. You got 1722 air. You got all that. This is where you drop your suitcases off the way. They'll take it back there. Yada yada yada. There's a lot more detail, by the way, that this airport could have had, but we just never did. So I just want to point that out. You got Blue Jeans Airlines. Again, you got your suitcase weighing, and we couldn't really come up with another one, so we just went ahead and did Delta. It's like one of the better ones to go with. And then all these are the same. You come up here, Paxton helped set this up. You put your luggage in there, the cart rolls through and checks in, and you bounce it back for the next person. Paxton built that. I laid out the rest of it. It's your TSA, your security. You go up the stairs, you come in. All right, here's your stuff. They're going to run it through this machine. You're going to stand in here, and then you're going to get your stuff. They're going to roll that back, and boom. So, yeah. That goes for every single one of these here. So this is the TSA station right here. And a hidden one of those. He probably put that there like 3 years ago, like after this thing was built, and just left it. And it was never seen again. Then there's actually this walkway and that walkway over there that takes you from the first building, like where you get your luggage in TSA, and you come into the actual airport itself. So I'm actually going to go over to that entrance. This entrance over here has a lot more to offer than that one over there. So you come over here, and I like how glossy that looks. I can't get over that. Right here's like an employee thing. Oh, well, we'll go back there because you messed around a lot with the interior stuff while I did a lot of the exterior. You come in here, you got your American flags. You got B05, B10, B15 this way, which is actually where we're going to start because it's straight ahead. Might as well. You got an Apple store. Lots of airports have random stores in it. So there's Apple, there's jewelry. Actually, I think there's 2 jewelry stores. There's books to read. There's flags because, like I said, there's a lot of filler. There's always going to be a lot of filler. That's one of those stores. This here's like one of those airport stores, clothing and all that stuff. And these are bathrooms. So we'll go back this nice little hallway. You got your food court here. This is, I actually don't know what kind of restaurant this is. You got Danny Lee, our boy Danny, seating everybody. You got Gordon Ramsay back here working in this unnamed restaurant with Guy Fieri, I think is his name. So you got Guy Fieri and Gordon Ramsay in the same kitchen. It's pretty dope. They're working hard. So is Danny Lee. You got McDonald's here with Jeremy May, Gordon Cherry, and Felicia Gama. I'm pretty sure he did all the NPC stuff. I have an NPC egg, but he does all the NPC stuff because he's just funny like that. Burger King, we got Freely Lay, Jonathan Ding, Jerry Seinfeld. I think I named him. We got Dave's Jewels, another branch. Jimmy May and Isabella Drew. Yeah. Yeah, he does all that stuff. And then you got A05, A10, A15 this way. These are I actually should go back here and show you guys. These are, you can sit here. These are where you board the planes. This one's out of service, as you can tell. It's kind of close to that one, so it's just out of service. No plane. These are the signs that tell you what's going on. No plane. There's Griffith Nile. I don't even know why there's a worker here. Tanner Ludlow, we might fire you. He nodded his head. He doesn't care. He says, "I'm fed up with this place." And then this one here, this plane's unloading. Hannah J. We'll actually go in this plane because it's unloading. This is a Delta plane. So you got your thing here. You got your cockpit right here. You know, you get you're flying the plane right here. You know, you're actually seeing eye to eye with the ground in the airport itself. All right, I can't get out of here. All right, then you got like your regular seating. I did the seating weird. That's your regular seating. This is like your mid level. Then you have like your really important people status. This is first class with an air bathroom in the back. So we're gonna go back inside though because we are not done. So yeah, that's the airplane there. It's kind of backwards. Usually first class is on the front, but for some reason I did it backwards. Yeah, that's this loading bay. Yeah, we're actually gonna go back towards the back towards this. We got Subway over here. Who's working back here? We got Nancy Dew, Guy Man, and Lawrence He. There's more people in the back. Oh yeah, weird hazmat guy. Yeah, he just kind of sits back there and chills. I don't know why he. There's a lot of Lees. They must all be related because there are a lot of them. Oh yeah, and Chancellor Otto von Bismarck is also just he had to quit his day job and start working at McDonald's. Very, very sad times for him. So yeah. There's a lot of random stuff though, I will say. It's fun though. We used to have a lot of fun. He needs to get back on because he needs to see all the new stuff I've had. There is a lot. He would be mind blown. Bob Erdston. Yeah, so more planes. This one here is loading. You can see with the terrible fuel truck. This is a Mr. Blue Jeans plane, so he built this. I built the Delta plane. Or I think I built some of it. He kind of helped me build it. He built this plane though. So this is your first class right here. You got your middle class right here. And like your really, really, really cramped, not as good seating. With a bathroom in the back. Now I gotta show you guys these planes because they got a very special design to them. So we're actually gonna go back in the airport because we're not done yet. Oops. So yeah, that's the Blue Jeans plane. There's actually two of them here. Actually, no, there's technically three. There's no plane here. It's actually out there at the runway, the tiny one. You can see it. Yeah, so he's got a special design plane. You can see the belt and the Blue Jeans. So there's the Blue Jeans Airlines planes. Unloading. This plane's unloading. Same deal. You know, another cockpit, and then very cramped seating in the front, and then in the back is the first class seating. So, yeah. He's made some very nice planes, and I can say that they are really good. We're going to see more on the outside, more of the outside detail. For now, we're going to go this way because you got a lot of seating for eating. That rhymes. You got Blue Jeans Cafe. He's a pretty big entrepreneur. He's got Blue Jeans Cafe, Blue Jean Airlines. There he is, the man, the myth himself, Mr. Blue Jeans, working at Blue Jeans Cafe with Gary Thomas and Shelley Strawford. Yeah. Then he's got Chef Leo. Chef Leo's the best chef in the world. So we got lots of seating here. We got 1722 Air. Over here, we just got a bathroom over here. And you come in here, this is my plane. This is like a luxury flying brand plane. It's a black plane, so it's automatically luxury. Yeah, you got your cockpit right here and immediate first class. That's all it is. It's like I said, that's a very, very luxurious plane to fly. Very small wings, though, I will say. So, that is actually all the interior stuff for the airport. It's really cool. It's something else to really see in person to explore. This way we got the baggage claim. So the baggage claim comes down. It goes under the road. And then it comes back into the other building in the basement area. So your luggage will come out onto this conveyor right here. Coming to which thing you were at. So A05, you got 810, 815, then B05, B10, B15, C5, C10, C15, all that stuff. And it comes out here, you can get picked up right here, and there's some parking. And like the main road, it comes around, and you can either go in here and park to go in to the baggage claim, or you can drive here and pick up your people, whatever you got to do. And I thought this was a really cool design to put underneath for extra nightlight. Right here we got the control tower. This thing's really cool. You got your business entry. This is the comms tower communication. It's very tall. It's very cool. It's very structural. It's got some very nice supports underneath. It's pretty neat. You got all the antennas up top. Yeah, we're gonna go inside because it's pretty cool. I built this. Comms up. It's a very big elevator. You got to go up to get in there. So using scaffolding. Scaffolding's great. You come out. You got your comms tower for these here. You got your panel boards and a bunch of electrical stuff. I know nothing about all of it, but if there's a guess I had, this is exactly what it would be. And I thought I did a pretty good job at it, too. And, of course, you got your, like a glass look in there to the sea lanterns to give you light. I just thought it was something pretty cool and something cool that I did. It's actually, I didn't realize I built it like this, but it actually goes up the whole way like this. So that's actually kind of neat that I did that. So yeah, now we're going to get a look at the planes. These are the boarding things. This is like a spare, per se. These are movable here at this airport, so you can move them around. And, they fit right around the plane. You got your wing and the blue jeans right there. You got your landing gear. You got your trolley cart thing. This thing's huge. I think these are what they look like. You got your trailers with the luggage. Here's the luggage coming off of it. Your little storage thing there. Your wings, little motors for the plane, and all that. So it's pretty cool. There's the nose, the front light. It's pretty cool. He designed the planes because he's kind of better at it than I am. Of course, above every hangar or every entranceway is the sign sticking out with which one it is. There's A10. Here's A15 on this side of the build. You can see it, and then over here's a small sign for that. So, yeah, this area is kind of meant for the small planes like this, and then of course these areas here are meant for the big planes like this one. So you can see it right here. It's huge. It's pretty big. It's a big plane. I think this one was loading, so it's got all the luggage. It's going in. It's doing all that. The fuel truck's over here. That's tiny little trailer fueling the plane up. You got your. Actually, I did build this. I built this off a YouTube video. I forgot about this thing. This is these are the ones that they tow your plane out to the runway. This is what this is. I actually forgot about that. I want to say Crafty Fox is who I built this off of. There's a few builds in this world that he's built that I've copied off his YouTube. This is like an invisible tunnel. We have emergency services. I think every airport, if not most of them, have it. You got your garage doors that come out. Funny enough, that truck's actually blocked in by this. But he built this fire truck right here, one of these style fire trucks. I really like it. He did a great job. It's really cool. There's a tanker over here that I built. I believe this is an ambulance. Yeah, this is an ambulance right here. So yeah, I built the ambulance and that. He built that style truck, and I really like it. There's like a little lounge area for our department, our area here, our kitchen, and then like a little office. So yeah. I thought that little neat addition in the basement was cool. There was going to be a network for the suitcases down here, but in the rest of the basement, we just never decided to do it. And for some reason, this truck has a sleeper. It by no means needs a sleeper. It's just a fuel truck, and the fuel trailer is way too small. But yeah, this plane's fueling up. It's ready to go. This guy right here, it's ready to tow it. It's ready to go. So then we got, actually, yeah, this one has the dual engines too on each wing. Same with this plane here. I built the wing. I built this plane for the most part. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like same thing here. You know, your luggage, your truck. This one actually has a bed on it and a trailer. So then the 1722 Air, right here, 1722. I built this plane all by myself. You probably couldn't tell. I could have made it a little longer, but there's you got to really play with the room that you're given. So you got to kind of work with it. You know what I mean? And then we're actually going to go out here to the runways, because the runways I know I built, I did them a very specific way. These are runways 1530 right here. We got 3045 right here, 4560, and then 6075 right here, carved out into the runway. And I actually really like these runways. I think I did a pretty good job. You know, they're kind of lit up. You know, they got these markers in them. Just using my imagination doing it. The only downside to them is that they're very small. They're very small runways. Like this plane here, it's basically going to crash. By the time it hits the ground, like right here, it's got that much room to break. But it actually has pilots too. Yeah, we're just going to check out the pilots. They're on the wrong sides. I thought they were named. But yeah, that's pretty cool though, because we tried to add some pretty cool stuff, you know. You got your lights at the end of the runways, and this plane here, it's flying in, landing. This one here is taking off. You know, it has a lot of small detail that I really, really liked. It's one of my favorite builds, and one of the ones that I could really just come to and look at for a while, because it's different, it's neat. So I believe now that's actually the end of the airport, so we can go back over here to keep going, because that's the airport. Like I said, it's a lot. That's one of my favorite builds, the biggest build. So next we're gonna go to Gaughan's Dodge Ram. I named this place after my buddy. He loves Dodge, and he loves everything Dodge, so I named a Dodge dealership. This is the first dealership in the city, and I thought it was appropriate to name it after him, Gaughan's Dodge Ram. You got a 18 Hellcat, a 09 67 Cummins. Paxton built this. It's a 98 Ram 3500. It's a smart car. We think it is. It's $1. We don't want it here. Paxton also made this truck, and he also made this truck. And then we have a wide body right here that I built. I think I built. And then this is a TRX that I think I built. So, but coming inside here, you know, we got some nice seatings and all that, and, you know, nice lights, TVs up top here. We have another wide body right here, and then we have another very old model Charger. It's really nice. This is like the showroom floor. It's kind of empty right now, but yeah, this thing was built about the same. Actually, I think the airport was built after this. After or before. It was right in the same timeline, so about 4 years ago. Just a bunch of offices, though. You know, do your paperwork, and then beyond this point's employees only, we got Mr. Gaughan's office. That's the big boss man. You got like a window down into the small service shop, like where you do oil changes and tires and whatnot. You know, just small minor stuff. Little break room and kitchen. And then this is the service center right here. I thought this thing was pretty cool when I built it. It's got 8 bays, 4 on each side. You know, big giant toolbox, a rack for something, a bunch of parts over here, and service desk or service lifts, and here's a car wash right under the manager's office. And then an air dryer. I thought this was a pretty neat design. I don't really know if it'd work in real life, but I thought it was pretty cool. You go upstairs in the center, you got like a kitchen, break room 1, break room 2, it's filler, and then the manager's office. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Um, just so you guys know, we're probably about halfway, which is crazy because we are an hour and a half in. Um, we got a pub here. This is a model of a place that I work at on weekends. Um, at the time that I started, this is the main entrance. There's actually coolers here now. It's a brewery. Um, yeah, there's the guys. There's like the bar and then a bunch of seating. You know, this area is different. This area is a little different. This area here is a little different. Coming back here, you know, this area is way different now. Yeah, this area is way different. It's a big walk-in cooler thing. Then you got the kitchen. You got part of the brewery back here. Dry room storage, bathroom, back door. This is more into the brewery right here. Another bathroom, so it's not the greatest. I'm thinking about rebuilding it somewhere else. Got outdoor seating and the smoker shed and another freezer outside. So I'm thinking about rebuilding the place to be a little better, but right now that's kind of what I had. So going this way, we got a tanker truck coming back here to the truck stop we'll get to. We got Aldi right here, grocery store. You know, just something basic. Shopping carts, and here's a big rig leaving with the Audi trailer right there. Nice little forest area, you know. Over here we got P&H Truck Stop up in Vermont, up where Paxton's from. He built this truck right here. It's pretty nice, pretty cool looking. And he built this entire place. This was his project. It's got the Canadian flag, the American flag. It's got gas pumps. I believe this is his dad's old truck right here. But yeah, it's got a cooler. If he was here, I would have let him do this part. But yeah, he built this entire truck stop. This is all his project. I actually don't know what this is, but yeah, I actually named this the P&H Back Rooms. He kept getting rid of it, but I don't think he knows I put that back. But I think he said showers and whatnot are up there, but he didn't do that part. But the inside is pretty good, and we're gonna go in there now. So in here, I think he said it's like a newspaper rack. You know, you got your main counter. You know, all this stuff, this and that. Yeah, it goes upstairs, and of course it's blocked off. You're gonna have to bear with me because I really don't know what all's over here, considering the fact that he built the place. I've never been to it. It is a restaurant too. This is like a restaurant eating area right here. There's an ATM right here. This is like another cooler area. I don't really know. Another convenience store area. More parts of the restaurant and, you know, all the buffet eating and all that. And then over back here is an arcade. Yeah, back here is the arcade, and yeah, it's pretty cool. This place is real. It's modeled the way he built it. I've never been there, so I can't say what it really looks like. So, but yeah. Yeah, there's like all kinds of stuff there. I think this is like an air. Yeah, it's an air thing. I don't know what that is. We got a weigh station right here that he built. We have trucker things. I think he built this truck. This sheep actually somehow got stuck in the blacktop, so we named him Speed Bump. He's been here since the build originally started. Back here, there was blue smoke coming out of this a while ago. I think Walter is home. Walter is home, and so is Jesse. Yeah, they kind of just chill in the back. They paid off the cops, so they're welcome. You got I think this is a Kenworth model. I built this. I built that truck. He built that tanker. I built this truck, and I think he built that one doing the burnout in the back. But yeah, P&H Truck Stop. there's detail on the roof, and it's pretty cool. Coming back here, there was a village back here. It got destroyed along with all the villagers, so I made this. Again, this build was almost 3.5 years ago. There's fire burning somewhere, I don't know where. But yeah, there's like cones coming in this way, and you gotta stay on this side of the road. But this is the fairgrounds, like my fairgrounds. Got a giant parking lot that's gravel. Pay to get in. There's all kinds of campers right here for the people that are working it. The dumpsters are up in this corner. You come back down around. There's like a little runoff stream that runs through here. One of the local car dealerships, puts their cars up here. There's a plow truck PennDOT with the CDL sign. Tractors. Tractors are a big thing where I'm from. So there's lots of tractors. It's where these guys are set up here to do trash. The bathroom building. This is like almost a one-on-one copy. Urinals, shower, and toilets. I can't say what the women's looks like, but that's about the same, really. There is a storage closet right here. And here's a 560 diesel. And a 302 Boss Mustang. Which actually, I think there's... well, I guess there kind of is. I don't know. All depends on what everybody likes. And then there's like this pavilion here is like a stage. People play shows. They do a lot of pageants here, I think. But bands play shows in the evenings every night, and it's just a neat little shack. The military, they come with the rock wall and whatnot, and we'll get to this in a minute. I don't know why there's red sheep. Here's like the back entrance right here, but yeah, it's a pretty neat little stage, I think. We got the cow barn, show barn with the sheep. Usually there's sheep and goats. There's lots of pigs. There's a hand washing station. This is where the show happens. There's bleachers on both sides. There's this wall that's here in real life. Like all the cows are all leashed up so they don't wander off. Yeah, this is the cow barn. There's like a manure heap over here. Usually there's tents all around the backside. I'm not going to build every individual tent. Plenty of hay. There's a manure spreader right here. This is like a vendor shed. There's a bunch of different vendors set up. There's decorations in the middle on display. There's a wild cow. This is like this is beef jerky. Local people that make beef jerky are right here. The park rangers are right here. Right here is actually they have a shooting competition right here for BB guns. So this is that trailer. It's a semi-trailer. They have competitions there each year. This is the 4-H shed. This is the new vendor shed that's been set up the past 2 or 3 years now. They sell a bunch of different random stuff. You got a barbecue trailer here. They sell barbecues and all that. Here's a camper for the people that sell the lemonade. The 4-H place that sells food. There is a random shed right here. There's actually 2 of them. There's a random shed here. I don't even have doors for it. There's a random shed here. Like I said, the lemonade stand. This is like another little burger shop. Right here is another restaurant, and then a ice cream one. So yeah, there's 3 of them there, and then there's a restaurant, like a little... I think this is one of the Democrat or Republican booths. Which actually... Yeah, I am missing it. Usually the Republican booth is here, and the Democrat booth is like right here. And then there's another food trailer. I think there's like a taco one right here. There's another little restaurant, little food vendor, well, food place. We'll get over here in a minute. This is like the knife toss, the ring toss for the knives. This right here. We got the funnel cakes. The funnel cakes are right here. A dumpster, and this area here is a little wrong because This is usually like right back here, and these follow it, but it's close enough. It's not actually like this, but it's pretty close. Right here, they got the small engine they usually have running. They got steam engines and old antique tractors, and old Oliver, and old Ford. It's the grease, steam, and rust office, garage, shed. Then there's a camper that's usually parked, one or two campers parked in between. This one's here. The rabbit barn, there's always lots of rabbits. Another hand washing station. There's a sheep barn that has sheep and goats. The goats like to jump, so I have to put a very, very high fence up. And then hay storage. Of course, they all have back entrances, and then there's like a little sand thing here. And then there's the horse barn. There's some sheep and goats that get stored here, and then there's usually a horse outside, right here. So, then there's, of course, the horse stable. And then the dairy barns. They got the milker in here. You know, they come back out here and wash the cows every day. They feed them right here at the hay, and it's supposed to be hay right here. Very nice shed. It's actually scaled a little bigger than it usually is. There's a manure heap right here. Then you got the actual event center itself. You know, tonight's truck pools. They got some trucks lined up in the pools. They got one right here. They got the pooler here, which is actually a little inaccurate to the one we have. It's a little smaller than this. Then there's like the shed that, you know, the announcer said in Paxton built a few of the trucks and the pooler. So that's why it's weird. There's like a big concrete pad here that people stand on, you know, and then the pit right here. You know, you got 100 right there, and it's probably like 200. Even though that doesn't make sense as to why there's such a big gap between the two. You know, there's a small set of bleachers and the big sets. Yeah, I don't know why 200's all the way back here. This is probably, what, 250? Yeah. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. Then there's like a little bank here, and then the tractor that has the cultivator type thing on it. And then the big Massey Ferguson with the big giant roller. So, then we got the part of the fair that a lot of other people like, the rides. So there's food here. I don't remember what this one is. I don't remember what this one is. I do know this one's the pizza one. This is like the duck game for kids. They got a very big, large vending or claw machine thing here. This is Pop the Balloons. This is the basketball one. This is the shooter one. You got the fish game. Got the Ferris wheel. This is the dime pitch. This is that one ride that goes up and then it kind of goes up and around. They got the fun slide right here. The salt and pepper shaker right here. This is like the casino one. I forget what it's called. This is the one. This is like the seats one. They kind of angle up and they go around. I can't remember. And then they got parkour course. Then just a random trailer, and then the fun house. It's the mirror house. You come through, you have to find your way through the mirrors, hope you go the right way. It's pretty easy the way I built it. It's actually kind of foreseeable. You come up through, and usually there's a slide. I just have a ladder. But, yeah, that's the fairgrounds. Oh, and then there's this guy here. You hit the thing, try to get the top, you know. You know that game. Everybody does. So, yeah. That is the fairgrounds. I built that in like a day or two, believe it or not. Then over here we have PG Train Museum. This is Paxton Gunner Train Museum, designed by me. This whole outside's designed by me. Paxton built a decent amount of this. He did all the NPCs. Tom Grinder. He built this train right here. He built this guy right here. This is the management office up top. This actually is an incomplete build. Mainly because I added the metro station. If I didn't add the metro, this would actually be finished. But I don't feel like screwing with metro. So it kind of is done, in a sense. I built this train, I call it the Speedster. Yeah, this is a train. That is exactly what this is right here. Um, I forget what this one's called. Um, it had a name, but only half of it's built because you're supposed to copy it to the other side. So we made like some lore to it. It racked this is the remains of it. They have a nice little cafe right here, the Train Museum Cafe. They actually have a water cooler back here, which I thought was crazy. Um, then you got a caboose, you got some restrooms, you got some metro, you got this tiny little ugly train, and then this guy right here, which is actually somewhere in the city that we'll get to soon. So yeah, then we go into this room over here. Boxcar tour of the old platform. This was a real train station in city lore. It says you could see the old rundown railway coming inside overgrown left rot as it is not owned by the train station. So yeah, this whole building was actually a real train station, and it ran right through here, and this was kind of just built around it. So you can tell the old dirt and stuff. So you got this nice boxcar tour. You know, you got your this is where the trains stop allow people to board. The station itself, built in 1857, served many years as a station, left abandoned in the 80s to be renovated in the mid 90s, and yeah, it's kind of history from there. Got a nice tanker car right here. I don't know if I built this or if Pax built it. I'm pretty sure I did. All these train cars that I built, Crafty Fox, this CSX train I built off of Crafty Fox on YouTube. They all have about the same structures, different colors. This Norfolk Southern I built off Crafty Fox, and this train right here was actually another train that was supposed to be built here, but I don't know. Yeah, this was another Crafty Fox train. So yeah, then there's a Lawsuit Express 12 and under. Pax named it, I built it. It's two different like roller coaster things. Then the gift shop. Everyone likes the gift shop. So yeah, this place is pretty cool in my opinion. It's just got a really cool building design to it, I think. I've really always have liked it. And then right here was supposed to be an old country store, but it's just a gravel pit. So wow, we've been streaming for just under 2 hours. I told you guys there is a lot to this city, and I'm almost done, kinda. I'll try to speed up, but there is a lot to the city, unfortunately, and it's going to take a long time to get through it all. Right here we got Styx, the parody to the real life store that I go to. You got Kawasaki, Polaris, Suzuki, Honda. You know, you got your rooms there, you got your gear, all your different, all your different bikes and whatnot. You got the service center over here, the little lounge, and boss's office. Walking out of there, I actually really like the design of this building. I thought it was pretty cool. We're actually going to go up the road here because now we got Clover's Clampers. I'm not going to go inside of them, but you can get the idea. There's some pretty nice campers over here. You kind of see inside some. Inside, you just got your dealer section, all that stuff. Then Blue Jeans Ford, I built this for PAX. I built it. It's pretty nice. It's got a nice truck in here. You got your bathrooms, then your offices, and you come back here, you go upstairs, you got a little lounge, you got more rooms. You can see inside the service center there. So I don't think I need to go in there now. Get more offices here. Coming around back, you can actually go into the service center, or you can go into the boss's office or the lounge. So yeah, another great building. You got a Mustang right here, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, that's Blue Jeans Ford. And then you got the lot here. You got some Fords, you got some pickups, you got some Raptors, some other pickups. They got a little bank that I built. I don't really like it, but it's just kind of here. So yeah, Um, Over there we have the Chevy dealer. We'll get over there in a minute. Trying to make this quick because we've been at it for a pretty long time, and I doubt anyone's going to be even be watching this after. So, you got the Lewis Shopping Center. You got Chili's Appliances. It's got microwaves, dishwashers, dryers, washing machines, coffee machines, ovens, and refrigerators. Dr. Joy. There's just all that in the back, your rooms and whatnot, what have you. We got gym appliances, just random machines. You got the trash dump. Paxton loved to put random chests and just scrap them around the map. And I told him if he wants to do that, he can put a barrel in here, put all the stuff in there, break the barrel, grab this, and put a new one back. So, and then he actually started working on this Five Guys and never finished it. So, I don't know why, but that's how that is. Some giant spruce trees right there. Right here we got a really nice library that I built. I love the design of the building. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. We have IKEA right here. All kinds of designs inside. I'm not going to go through it. This is a YouTube build, TSMC. Go find it on YouTube and see it. Clever Motors from Farming Simulator 22. I did a replica build of it. I thought it turned out pretty great. You can come inside here. You can actually glitch inside the building, and this is what you see. I made some rooms back here. There's like a mini garage back here. Basic service area, like your lube techs. Over here you got your H, the Vermeer baler, 4ML60 with the rake, 1086, and then a gooseneck trailer. This here is like the warehouse, has like a little stupid forklift in it. This here is the main garage. You come in, it's like a break room type thing, and you go into the main area. You got a combine in here, and a parts area up top. Pretty cool in my opinion. Yeah, that's Clever Motors from Farm Sim. Oh yeah, and then there's this little office building over here. Yeah, I guess it's like a management area. I don't know. That's where the management is. Then we have the Runway View Chevrolet. So it's like a little Camaro Z28. Chevy with a Duramax in it. You got your workshop here. It's kind of pretty nice, kind of. I like the build design of this place, but I don't really like the interior, so I'm not really going to go through it. There's just rooms, there's tables, there's a Corvette, there's I think it's a Trailblazer, or just a Blazer pickup, and then you got an old 69 Camaro, not for sale. So, yeah, that is the Chevy place, all done. We're actually going to go back this way. We're almost there. We're getting there. We are very close. We have a BMW dealership right here. This is a Minecraft, this is YouTube build. So, very nice. Has every car, motorcycle, and SUV. It's pretty cool. Right here we have Airport Park. I just finished this thing today. This thing has been in the works for 4 years. I just finally decided to finish it today because when I started it, it actually got destroyed because the game crashed or my power went out, and I didn't have a copy that was up to date with this. And it was literally just this that wasn't updated. So I actually lost it and just decided to put it off, but today I decided to finish it. So I got the interior here, there's a bus station here, and then just a lot of fenced-in parking. Took an hour or two to do. And then a bus, a very terrible bus, at a bus station, at a bus stop. So, yeah, this has been on hold for a very long time. I finally decided to do it. So, then we got a Sheetz, where diesel is $3.60 and gas is $2.90. So, pretty decent. We got a car wash round back, and Of course, the gas. Come in here, you know, there's a Sheetz. If you don't know what a Sheetz is, you must be very miserable because it's the best place on earth. We're actually going to go back this way. This is a TSMC house tutorial, custom interior. I'm not going to go through it because I'm kind of crunched for time now. I don't want to take so long. We're 2 hours in, and here's a truck. Here's another. This is actually a YouTube house. I don't know whose house it is on YouTube, but it's really cool. I like it. It's very cool design. Very nice design, I think. I like it. Has its own garage. This is another TSMC Minecraft house right here. I don't know if this is another TSMC Minecraft house or not. This is another replica of my house right here. It's a little better, actually. It's a lot better. It's still very tight, and I'm thinking I'm going to do another one because it's kind of rough. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I got the pole here. My truck would be parked right here. Around back right there and all that stuff. So yeah, then we got, this is probably one of my favorite houses that I've built. It's a mansion house. It's pretty sweet. This is Paxton's IRL house. I'm not going to go in it because I actually don't know what's what inside. If he was here, I'd have him do it as well. This is a mansion, so the entrance is right here. There's like a little bench outside you've seen there. Come inside, you got like a little nice little area here. Kitchen and dining room right here. Come in here, we got a nice, pretty decently small living room, bathroom. Come over this way. Right here is a guest bedroom. Right here is bedroom number 1 with a window in the closet. This is the master bedroom with big walk-in closet. If I can close the door, there we go. They actually don't have a master bedroom. This is the second bathroom. Pretty decent sized right there. Then another bedroom right here. And then downstairs, I got like a mini bar, pool table, a movie theater, and a recording studio. And then outside here is a pool. So it's like a little party mansion type thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. This is actually a replica of a house I stayed in on vacation that was Airbnb'd. It's a pretty nice little house. I did it off pure memory. So I don't think I did bad. That's my nephew started building a couple months ago, and a house I also started building a couple months ago. So yeah, right here we have a farm. We have a tractor, New Holland here. This is off YouTube somewhere with a planter I built. A pickup truck. There's a garage right here, brand new garage. Wheel, like a little dirt wagon, a little John Deere Gator, a little lawnmower. Right here, another wheelbarrow, couple gas tanks for the welder, a wood stove for the garage. It's got a nice little area for welding, nice giant toolbox. This is a watering pot, actually, I just remembered. Back here, we got a baler with a 686. This is an IRL tractor I own. Well, I don't own, but I have. With a Vermeer baler, baling up some hay in this tiny little field. Then we got like a nice truck here in the driveway, nice tree in front of the house, dog house. This is a nice, very nice farmer house, like a ranch style. Giant living room, you know, bathroom, like a little reading area, pantry, washer dryer, like a workout room right here. We got a kitchen and giant dining room. You go upstairs here, got a drum kit, a pool table. I think this is an office. Over here is like a bedroom, a bedroom, a bathroom, and over here is another bedroom and a master bedroom with a big walk-in closet. So this is a pretty big place, pretty big farm at that. We'll go over that. We got a crop here, and we got little tractor here hauling some saplings and stuff, and we got a sprayer here. You can see the texture here. We go from wool to concrete, so it's been fertilized. Here's a 460, and here's the haybine, an old rusty tractor, and a rake, and an old wood shed with a wood stove, another wheelbarrow, some hay storage round back, a giant silo, a seed hopper. This is the cow barn slash hay mow. We got a manure pit. We got yeah, only use of animals, not cow. I had a problem with cows, other animals that aren't cow spawning. You got a feed trough here. You got some other hay here, a little water trough. Try to make it like kind of natural for them. You know, there's a little trees area right here. It's kind of fenced into this field right here with the hay bales in it. Here's the wheat field. This field was done. This one was not. Then up top, up here, is the hay mow, which is pretty full, as you can see. There's actually a mini elevator up here to throw more up in there, and as you can see, the main elevator is right here, and the hay wagon right there. So, and of course, there's another wheelbarrow. There's wheelbarrows everywhere. More feeders, lots of poop. Feed trough for the TMR. The straw blower for the cows, so they can all be nice and happy. Happy cows. We got a shed right here. We got weights, half ton. I think this is the power box. Power box on the inside. Wood furnace. These are all wood heated stoves. We got an old John Deere A. We got a semi truck with the grain trailer in here. So, yeah. We got a field right here being plowed with a 1466 4-row plow. Pretty nice. I got that off YouTube. I really like it. This is the chicken barn right here. Trailer for the eggs. And the eggs, they get dropped off into there if you collect them. It's pretty cool. This is another, just a little field that needs plowed. We got the sunflower field here. We got a harvested field right here with the harvester in it. We've got the horse barn right here. They need hay. They got water. They got straw. They got hay in there. And we got saddles over here. You know, they got nesting areas. Plenty of heat for in the winter months right there. This is just an old horse barn. Sliding doors for the barn there. It actually goes over the little door there. Right here we got a little goofy looking bobcat skid steer loading up the manure spreader that's on this tractor. There's lots of tractors. We got this barn right here. We got the pig barn. Might do a redesign on that at some point. I don't know. We got another shed. I'm pretty sure the header is in here. Yeah, there's a header in here for the harvester. And then over here we got another open cab 66 with the cultivator, fuel tank, and then a little rabbit barn right here. Then a giant workshop garage with a forklift with tires, toolbox, welders, you name it. That's the farm. This is the farm I built. The only really tutorials on it were the tractors. Everything else I built custom. So it's pretty neat. I like it. So okay, so this build over here, I'm not gonna really go over a lot of it. This is the school I went to in real life replica. This is Earl, the Pontiac Firebird, and this is my old truck. So just kind of bringing back memories, parking them in the spot. So but you kind of we'll come around. Well, I guess we can go back over here, but yeah, it's kind of cut in right as a replica. We'll go like kind of over it, sorta. It's actually pretty big. This is a project I put off a lot, but when I got into it, I finished it up. I won't go inside of it though. I don't want to. This is a mansion. We're gonna see later. This is the Snap-on truck owner. He's got a fountain in his driveway. He's got a nice big car garage right here. He's got his office here. This is his finance office his wife works in. His giant living room. They have a lot of cats and dogs. They got a giant dining room table, little book reading area, nice kitchen. As you can tell, he's the Snap-on driver, so he has a lot of money. You got a bathroom here. You got a master bedroom here where he lives. You got another bedroom here for one of his sons. He's got a camera hooked up for drum videos. Another boy room with guitars. And a girl room. Giant TV and acoustic guitars. I don't know. I don't know what they like. There's like a cat tree thing here. Got the dogs. Got Harley and David. And a weight room. Yeah, he loves his cats. And then he's got this giant front porch. Yeah, it's a pretty nice mansion. Then this house here, this is actually a house off of GTA 5 that I took pictures of that I liked and built it in Minecraft here. It's off the west coast. I forget what the place is called. Chumash, I think. But the interior obviously is custom, but the outside I tried to model it best off what they give me. So the upstairs rooms we can kind of just look at, because they're right here like this. But yeah, I built this house is off of GTA 5. I just tried to model it best as I could. Over here we have Stars Recording Studio. It's just a giant, recording studio and all that, and it's pretty cool. Built it a while back. We got a Domino's Pizza. That's a YouTube build. We got this here. It's a skate park YouTube build. Got a basketball arena. This is a YouTube build as well. It's pretty cool. I like it. This is the aquarium. This here is a YouTube build as well. You got your glow squid, random tropical fish, puffer fish, salmon, tropical fish with Squidward's house, frogs, cod. There should be dolphins in here, but I think they keep dying. So there's turtles in there, axolotls, regular squid, more tropical fish, and that's Sandy's Dome. We got turtles in there. There should be one with Patrick's Rock right there. Yep, Patrick's Rock is right there. SpongeBob's house is right there. Yeah, that's right. They did all of them. So yeah, that's the aquarium. Then we have the zoo, which I'm thinking about putting in another zoo. But this one has a pretty decent sized parking lot too. We come in, you got your polar bears, you got your ice cream, you got axolotls here, bats, frogs, stonefish supposed to be in there. Hot dog stand, we got turtles in the middle, we got a bird barn in the middle here. Cotton candy. We have ocelots in here, goats, llamas, not alpacas, pandas, foxes, and armadillos, and wolves. Should be wolves in here. I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, that's the zoo, and then around back's just like a gift shop. So then right next to the basketball arena is Guitar Center. Yep, Guitar Center. You got the drums, you got the microphones, all your accessories, you got basses, amps, and all kinds of guitars. You have the acoustic room with all the acoustic guitars, and then over here it's just like your training rooms. You got your pedals over here. But yeah, these are just lesson rooms back there. Pretty cool building. I really like it. It's really big. I don't think it needed to be as big as it was, but hey. And then this is downtown. This is the small town area. I got a chopper right here. It's pretty cool. There's a mini car wash right here. Yeah, this is like the actual downtown. This area has probably the most detail of the entire city. So we're probably going to start by turning right because there's a little less over this way. This is the developing area. But we'll turn right, even though the first building is actually this. We'll come back to it. Actually, no, we'll start there. We got a UPS truck right here. Got a truck rolling coal down Main Street. You got a Loud Box. This is a guitar store. Rentals, old and new, doing lessons, coming, we're open Monday, 80 hours, all that. Clothes store right here. You can enter right here, come upstairs, boom, there you are. You got your all-in-one room, and then up these stairs, you got just all kinds of room. I'm not going to go through them. They're all basic. Over here we have, oh, by the way, those two houses back there, they're fairly new. Over here we have the Loud Box. It's an older man, his wife. Dinner for two, salmon. A nice kitchen, a nice little living room. It's like a one-bedroom house. You got their little room here, and a little bathroom. And then upstairs is where the lessons take place. He's got drums, amps, and a big lounge up here. It's a big house for living in downtown. But yeah, it's really nice. You got employee parking and residents. These guys have a motorcycle. Actually, I really like that build. It's pretty cool. Man, I can't believe we've been going for 2.25 of an hour. We got a hotel. This is a Minecraft build right here. Really ain't much to it. It's just an old school hotel in the corner. I got some meeting spots for the hamburger joint right here. Got a nice little post office right here. Small interior. It's YouTube build. Tattoo parlor. That's also YouTube build. And real estate agency. YouTube build. Then a Dollar General on Main Street. Gotta love the Dollar Generals on Main Street. So, yeah. This is a little Apple store right here. There's a little alley you can get into the back part of the school. Main Street was supposed to keep going that way, but the school build got a little bigger than I thought, so I put a portal because I built a school, so it's just a black wall. But I actually instead made a roundabout, so you can turn and go that way, turn and go back. Or this road here, you can go that way. I don't know. It kind of worked out because this Apple store was here. Had Playfair for them. And this way, we're going to go that way later. I just finished these up today over here. So now we're actually going to go back the opposite direction. We got a gas station on the corner right here. We got a pickup truck haul and a U-Haul trailer. That's actually going to a storage place just over that way. Got a little gas station. We got a gym. This is what I had talked about earlier. It's like a little area there, all kinds of different spots. There's like a little pool type thing here to cool off, I guess. Across the way, we have a museum. I really like this building. A lot of the buildings here are YouTube tutorials from TSMC, gym, gas station. All 4 of these buildings here and the hamburger joint. The museum right here. Come inside, you got a dinosaur, you got an Enderman egg. You got this mysterious ancient plant. You got a caveman Steve. You got an old painting, an old pyramid, one of those ships, and like a cave crystals or something like that. It's really cool. Then there's a nice little playground next to it. There was a sheep in that, I thought, at one point. We got a military Humvee I built off YouTube because I thought it'd be pretty cool for when I be strolling through town. We got a library right here. It's an old-fashioned library off TSMC Minecraft. So yeah, it's not like a traditional library, but there is one. We have an art museum right here. This has every painting in the game, minus a few. But it's really just an art gallery. It shows off all the big paintings and all that you just don't get to see often. So I know they have added some since, but there are still some pretty cool ones, so it is pretty cool, I will say. We got this big lifted truck coming through town. We got the Old Town Bar with a hanging sign. They got the bar, and then around back here is like a little, they sell pizzas. And upstairs we have like this nice little area, little living room. Up top here is like a bathroom and a big bedroom, and so it's just an old building in downtown. It's the old town bar. We got Record X. It's a record store. And we got Tony's Auto Sales. Well, actually, we'll go in there in a minute. Record X. It's just a record store. This is actually a replica of my brother's old house. They since moved from it, but I built a like replica of it. Up here we have the residence area. We got a buck on the wall. Nice, very nice dining room. Actually, I think this building's ugly. The brick and the white concrete, the way it's set. We have a financial little office right here. Got a nice kitchen, little door, master bedroom with bedroom. The living room right here with a giant TV and a small deck. And then over here, a little bathroom. Like I said, I think the interior's got way better over time. Upstairs, you got like another mini living room. You got a bathroom. You have a bedroom here. You have a music room. A bigger bedroom for the oldest son. And then another bedroom there. So, yeah, I think the interior's got a lot better over time. As you can see. Over here, here's the other church I talked about. You walk in, it's very pretty. You got like an organ right there. It's really cool. It's really, really nice church. And we actually have like a little radio station type place right here. You know, they do studio ones, like for podcasts or radio stations. Kind of boring in my opinion, how I had it set up in the building, laid out. This place here, it's not bad either. Just parking around back for them and the employees of the next place over. Hold on. We come in here. You got a kitchen and pantry type thing. You got a bathroom. You got a little record thing staring into the building. Living room, master bedroom. Go upstairs. Got a really weirdly laid out bedroom. Then a bathroom. Then a way bigger bedroom. You can tell it's got a lot of stuff in it. Yeah. Then the next place over, I thought this one was pretty cool to have on the downtown. It's the Drunken Clam. It's where Peter and the fellas hang out. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then you got like a little log truck right here coming in downtown. So, okay, Tony's Auto Sales. This one's pretty cool to me. First time I ever tried doing this certain thing. You got your offices there. You got a mini showroom, a Mustang in here. My attempt at one. We go back this hallway here. Got the garage. You got a nice toolbox, oil thing. You got your lift. These are the first times I've tried doing these lifts. This is the first time I've put a car on a lift. And it's getting its oil changed. You know, you got your toolboxes all over, all around, and all that. You know, it's just a little four-car service shop. You got the service center. So yeah, we got a hospital right here. I'm not going to go through the interior of it because it's kind of big and it's kind of repetitive to me. But I guess we got wheelchairs here. You got a waiting room. You know, you got exam rooms. You got your stairs. They're actually, I think I got rid of it because, no, I didn't. I moved it. The elevator is in here now because the way it was set up was very inaccurate. Because the original elevator was set up here in the tutorial, but you go up here, it just takes you outside. So I set it up in here. You got like a little chapel. You know, a lot of people, a lot of places have it. I wanted it in there, so yeah, it's a couple rooms. You know, it's not the best hospital. It's actually the only hospital in the city, and it's on a back street. So we got a vet clinic right here. This one's pretty cool. It's got an aquarium. It's got a couple kennels, some medicine cabinets and all that, and another medicine cabinet, and just another really, really neat build. Here's the railway. Here's a pedestrian crossing for the railway. It's actually glass. You can see underneath it, so it's pretty cool. Coming back through Main Street, we're going to go back this back alley here. We got a basketball court right here. Some parking for the swimming pool, public pool right here. And the parking for the vet, another pink tree. Parking for the playground. This is actually an apartment complex I built. So down here, there's coffee machines, there's the washer dryer room, there's management office. You go up these stairs. All the rooms are laid out basically the same, just slightly different. You got a mud room right here to put your shoes and all that stuff, Giant living room, little kitchen, little dining room, bedroom, and bathroom. They're all set up basically the same. They got a walkout deck that's big that overlooks the pool, and I built this myself recently. The rooms are all laid out the same, but they're all designed just slightly differently. They're slightly different. This one here has cats. They differ, but they're all mostly the same. There's a nice little pool here. Of course, the railroad tracks, they run right here. And they run all the way over here, and they run all the way back here. They run all the way over there. So, now we're going to go straight from the red light over to here. We got a little fire station right here. We have a nightclub. So, you can go in here, you can party it up. It's pretty cool. This is a YouTube build. We got a bar right across the street. Actually, we can just look through the windows. There's a little bar back in that corner, a little there, and then a big dance floor up top. Up here, it's just an outdoor design building. Just something random, something fun. Train station right here at the train. Kind of wish I didn't put it where it did, but it is what it is. We got this pedestrian walkway over here. We'll get over here in a minute. Actually, no, we won't. Because I believe that's it over here. No, we do need to go. We will backtrack. So we'll take this road and we'll turn right. So if you notice, this road is the main road across the entire city. This is like the... Thanks. This is the main road across the entire city. So if we go back this way and then hang a right... We have a storage area with the U-Haul with an open area. They're putting stuff in. That's what that truck over there, the red one holding the trailer, that's where it's going. Even though I built it with the original, this is like a brand new edition I just built. This is the JDP. This is the Jordan Dinner Plaza. We have a Red Lobster right here. These are all tutorial builds. These are supposed to be lobsters. Pretty cool though. Seating, we got like a little bar area, kitchen, bathroom back there. I don't need to go back there. This was the first building in this area, the Red Lobster. It's really cool. I liked it. Then we got an Applebee's. Like I said, another mini bar. There's a kitchen back there and a bunch of dining and all that. It's really cool. It's kind of neat. We have an IHOP. This one's, I think, the only one that doesn't have a bar besides the next one, which is actually Wingstop. It's kind of just like a pickup joint. You can sit and eat if you want. I've never been to a Wingstop. I'm not a big wing person. But I thought it was really cool. It took like 10 minutes to build, and it's pretty nice. So, also, it actually comes in from the back. You have to park, the employee parking back here is for that. Same with TGI Fridays and Denny's. Which we have this nice tree here. TGI Fridays is the next one. Got like a coat rack or some tables, little bar. I think this here's the kitchen and a bathroom. The Denny's, which I think I just built yesterday. It's pretty nice. It's got a nice kind of like kitchen bar counter here and a nice seating area, and then back there's a bathroom and whatnot. Then this is one of my favorite ones next to the Olive Garden, the Buffalo Wild Wings. Like I said, I'm not a big wing person, which actually, it's funny. I put two wing places in the same spot, but I thought this place was really cool. It's got, actually, I'll just show it. Go inside, you got some nice seating on the bottom, and there's some seating in here with the TV and speakers, and then I guess this is like where you get your drinks, you pay, and a little kitchen right there, and there's like a nice sport bar back here. Around back, there's actually some details like old bottles, there's dumpsters, and just a bunch of trash. um, and then up here, there's like bathroom for the hallway, and then out, yeah, and then there's like a nice light. Out here is like the seating area, an outdoor seating area, and I thought that's actually pretty cool. I've never been to this place, but I do know they're pretty nice. Olive Garden is the last place in this spot. It's got a mini bar. It's got a bunch of seatings and whatnot. It's another nice building. It's a dinner plaza. I started with this one, and I pretty much worked from here to there to there, to the Fridays, to the IHOP, to the Wingstop, and then the Denny's, which ended up. The Olive Garden actually made me have to move the railroad. Because the grid that I was given was not right. So, but I thought it turned out pretty good. It's a nice little area. It's got a lot of restaurants. The only downside is now I got to figure out where to put a Cracker Barrel and a Waffle House. So, but yeah, we got AMS Auto Repairs here. We got another like sport car like car on the lift. Giant toolbox with a computer inside. Smaller toolbox and a smaller toolbox. Some parts back here. Got like a worker bathroom right here. Just, the break room for the shop workers, and then just like a little office area. You got some barrier blocks there too. So, and the railway. So, and actually we are going to cross right here. This is a new build today I built. Got the drive here. We got a food line. I built this. I had to Google the image to reference. But yeah, we got a food line now. It's where they back in. It's not the greatest because it's not as far back as I'd have liked it to been, but I wanted it to match this road, and it's kind of all I had to work with. So, a bunch of shopping carts up front. Your checkout, you got your freezer sections, kinda. I don't know why the watermelon. I don't know why I put it over here. Just a bunch of vials. You got no like open freezer, fridge, like a fridge section here. Your produce and all that stuff over here. These shelvings are a huge game changer too. And then the lights up top. And then back here, it's like a butcher. You got your butchering table, you got a random shopping cart, some storage, some deep freezers, and a shulker box for the banners. Because I usually try to hide that stuff in plain sight. But I thought the general structure of this building turned out to be pretty good. I was pretty happy with it, so. I was hoping to put a Family Dollar next to it, but that is not going to happen. Eventually, I'm hoping, I don't know if this area here will become that part, but behind these railroad tracks in this little area here, I want there to be like a small neighborhood. So that might be something in the future that happens. Might be a long ways away. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's part of the plans. And then I think over here, I think these are the last builds to go over, and I'm done. This is Carter Construction. I wanted to build a place that sold construction equipment, serviced them. There's forklifts. There's a mobile crane. There's a big bulldozer. Some bulldozers, some diggers, some steamrollers, and some man lifts. Here's the Snap-on truck, the debt collector. He's got some toolboxes and some tools on here. But and then we got a heavy hauler right here hauling the digger in. I thought this thing was pretty cool when I built it from scratch. I thought it was pretty neat to build. But the whole building itself, this glass door would kind of pretend to open. It's got concrete in here so it doesn't damage the wood for the digger, or the bulldozer, I mean. But yeah, there's offices. There's a These are all like the same, and these are stairs. To go upstairs, there's a break room, then the boss's office, pretty much, and whatnot. So, got a bathrooms, got paintings. You know, just kind of filling the walls up, filling the space. Got a part storage here at the door. We got 3 different bays here. Got this guy's bay right here. This newer guy's bay right here. And then this guy right here, which I thought was pretty cool to kind of make. He's got a big dump truck tire that he's kind of welding the inside back together or something. He's got a little MIG gun there. Is all that stuff is welding helmet and all that, the welder, you know. Something cool to add some detail to. I thought it was pretty neat. These here are jack stands, like floor jacks. He's got a small box, his huge box, and the employee bathroom right here. So, just a small extra detail. I actually really liked that when I built it. Oh yeah, and they got like a jib crane right here. So, yeah, I always thought that was pretty cool too when I did that. Then they got the safety guards along the building here. They're kind of yellow bamboo fence. Right here's a warehouse. It's got a porta-john right here. Got an empty skid. Got a just a random tube, metal tube. Got a forklift with a skid on it. Hyster 40. That's the structure block code for it, because I did a lot of copy and pasting for that. Got a flatbed truck to load up stuff. And here's the inside of the warehouse, just full of random junk. Got a man lift in here. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Then a very terrible looking semi-trailer. Then right here, we got a trailer depot. I thought there was a sign. Yeah, it might be up here. Yeah, Troy's Trailer Depot. You know, you got an office in there to sign off. He's got goosenecks. He's got enclosed goosenecks. Bumper pool, and then you got Troy's truck. So, right here I got this off Crafty Fox on YouTube. That is an Amazon truck. Very cool build, I thought. I seen it, I was like, that looked pretty cool coming down the road to the warehouse right here. Coming into the warehouse to collect some supplies. Then we got a car wash 24/7. Just got some self-service, a tall self-service, and then just a regular old car wash right there. So, and as of right now, that is pretty sure that's everything in the city. There's a lot. 2.5 hours in, just a little more. I didn't think it'd take that long, but it did, unfortunately, and that's the city, and it's only growing. Every month I add at least a few things too, and I feel like playing, so. But I've been pretty hard at it the past few weeks. This entire area right here, from about this apartment building over and that way, is all new from like the past month or something. I've been pretty hard at it. I've been building 1 to 2 buildings a day, and it's just depending. But there's a lot of work done to this city, and it's pretty good. It's all up to date. Everything's copied. It's backed. I can't lose anything, thankfully. That almost happened once. I would have been pretty mad and upset if I lost it. That was like 3 or 4 years ago, so half the stuff this way wasn't even here yet, but still. But yeah, this world is probably as old as long as I've had the game. Which is a pretty long time, actually, now that I think of it. But, yeah. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed watching it. This is mostly for a playback stream. It's a really long watch, but there's a lot of great stuff. I didn't go through detail on every little thing, but if I did, this stream would have been going for another hour, and to be honest, I really don't want to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're playing it back or watching it live right now, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and sometime I might do a different video or some. It's kind of rare anymore nowadays, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.